Islamic banking can be defined as a financial institution that must be accordance with Islamic Sharia law. The conventional banking and Islamic banking perform the same task, but what different is from their operation. Conventional banking charge fixed interest on deposit liabilities and charge interest on borrowing, but Islamic banking implement risk sharing through profit and loss sharing. The basis of conventional banking, such as receipt of interest, is prohibited in Islam. Islamic banking was started with the establishment of Tabung Haji in 1963 with the aim to enable Muslims to save money, and on 1 July 1983, Bank Islam Berhad Malaysia was established as the first Islam financial institution. Until now, Malaysia has 16 Islamic financial institutions which consist of 5 foreign Islamic banks. Islamic banks in Malaysia are regulated with different legislative framework as they must comply with Sharia law and Sharia governance framework. So, Islamic banks are expected to follow Islamic principles. Therefore, Sharia audit are required to be performed to ensure the Islamic financial institutions are follow Sharia for their financial activities and operational activities. Sharia audit can be referred as periodical assessment that conducted to provide independent judgment and objective assurance that based on the quality and predictability of the Islamic banking. Sharia auditing can be conducted either by internal or external Sharia auditors that require them to have Sharia knowledge and broad knowledge about Islamic financial products and business. Sharia audit can be done in two types, which are internal and external Sharia audit. It depends on the nature of the operation from the financial institution. If the financial institution provides product and service that comply with Sharia, internal Sharia audit can be executed by appointing the internal auditors to perform the audit. While for external Sharia audit, certain financial institutions that provide products such as insurance, banking and investment, the management of the financial institution can appoint external independent Sharia auditors to carry out the audit to fulfill their Sharia audit requirements.
Definition of competency. What is competency? Competency can be categorized as a human trait that allows certain people to complete the task that has been given more better than another, and it is closely linked to the technical skill, ability, and knowledge to perform particular job with professional elements. Competency can be divided into several different aspects, such as the form of technology, human being, and organization. From the accounting professional perspective, the International Federation of Accountants (IFAC) have the guidelines on the International Education Standard (IES). It's on competency requirement for audit professional outline that an auditor needs to have a formal audit education, professional skill, and able to apply professional value, ethic, and attitude in a different situations. Competency show largest rating gap between the stakeholder and the internal auditor. It was found that the higher rating for the component of competency were ethnic, confidentiality, objectivity, and professionalism as opposed to lower rating for negotiation skill, business process analysis, and data collection, and also the analysis tool and technique. For Sharia auditor competency, there are certain Sharia auditing specific competency that need to be mastered by the auditors in order to ensure maximum performance can deliver to the bank stakeholders. KSOC model. What is KSOC model? KSOC model is a short form of the knowledge, skill, and others characteristic, which is the three elements of the competency Sharia auditor. The first one is knowledge. Sharia auditor needs to have a good balance between general and specific knowledge. A general knowledge can be referred to the formal curriculum based on the syllabus that a graduate will obtain throughout their university years. And for example, only one local university in Malaysia is offering Sharia audit as a part of its accounting degree curriculum, which is the Islamic Science University of Malaysia, USIM. And the next one is the only specific knowledge to develop competent Sharia auditor is in the form of training at local training agency. For example, some of the agencies which provide the training are Institute of Banking and Finance Institution (IBFIM) and also International Center for Education in Islamic Finance (INCEIF). There are five main areas of knowledge with regard to the competency to perform work for internal auditors identified by CBOK, which is auditing, ethnic, fraud awareness, internal auditing standard, and technical knowledge of the industry. The second element is skill. What is skill? Skill is the auditor's capability of applying knowledge, completing tasks, and problem solving. To be a Sharia auditor, before we have the second element, which is the skill, we need to have the intensive knowledge of Sharia audit to detect any Sharia non-compliance product or activity. Skill can also be divided into two categories, which is the technical skill and behavioral skill. For example, there are five main technical skills identified by CBOK. The first one is understanding business, risk analysis, and control assessment technique, identify types of control, governance, risk and control tools, and technique. Beside is the business process analysis. And the example for the five main behavioral skills identified by CBOK are confidentiality, objectivity, communication, judgment, governance, and ethnic sensitivity. The last element in KSOC model is other characteristic. Other characteristic is describe a person behavior which can be a trait or special personality in someone. To determine this other characteristic and identify potential candidate to fill the professional vacancy, psychology tests are used to recruit junior Sharia auditor, and also to build the soft skill through continuous training in analytics and interpersonal skills, such as problem solving and written communication.
In expectation gap in Shariah audit practice or Shariah audit performance, involved significant existence of expectation gap among the respondents on Shariah auditors' performance, with average score by the respondent, which ranged from unable to judge to well. The internal auditors are unsure of their roles in Shariah audit, while the Shariah committee members expect them to perform well regarding performance. The internal auditors believed they had sufficient enough to accomplish the tasks under the Shariah audit function.